Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of 150 Wraith builds. Today we've got the hit and run build, which was heavily inspired by Red's gaming gears. Go check him out on both Twitch and YouTube. Great guy, awesome streamer, big inspiration for me doing a lot of this Dead by Daylight stuff. Fantastic fellow, and like I said, inspired this build right here, which I will get to in just a second. First, I wanted to give a little bit of context that normally what I do for these videos is I pull the videos off of Twitch, because I'll go on stream, I'll do 5 of them, I'll count up the generators and the kills gotten for each build. In this case, I was a little bit late to the party with the videos because I'm not a partner. They did eventually get delisted, and before I could get to them and do all the fancy video editing and stuff, it got deleted. So instead of pulling them off of Twitch, I'm just going to do a match for you right here, right now, with Thunder by my side to give me inspiration and sit in his little cat bed where he's not standing on my hand and making it impossible for me to do any sort of actual gameplay. So we're going to get into a game right now, but as always, if you just want to see how this build stacks up with all the rest, the results section is listed timestamped in the description below, so you can go check that out and go skip to the end of the video there. With that, let's get into the actual build itself, which is a nice little one. The main thing about this build is that it uses Deerstalker, which is not really something that I use in most of my builds. In fact, I think I'm underselling it here. I don't think I've ever used Deerstalker on Wraith, just straight up. And the reason for that is because I'm not really usually someone who's very heavy on slugging builds. In my eyes, the most fun thing to do is down someone, hook someone, and then use barbecue and chili to immediately go chase after someone else, because Wraith is fast and he can do that. He can get away with that. And it keeps the game juggled and flowing fast. But with Deerstalker, you do have a really strong ability to be able to slug. And it goes hand in hand with a Nurse's Calling by giving you a lot of information when they're healing, when they're on the ground. And actually, a Nurse's Calling does work when someone is healing someone who is on the ground too. So you get kind of a double whammy there. Undying also actually does give you aura reading if you're a survivor that is sort of new to the game within the past year or so, where Ruin Undying hasn't been completely omnipresent. You might actually not know that while Undying is up, survivors within 4 meters of any dual totem have their aura revealed. We also have the All-Seeing Blood add-on, so that you can actually see through walls with Wraith. This one was nerfed about a couple months ago. It used to be 16 meters, it was either 12 or 16 meters, but it was really busted. But we actually, with these, have 4 of our 6 abilities giving us aura reading, so that's really good. Plus, we have Blind Warrior to basically act as a sloppy butcher, which ties in really well with Deerstalker, because not only does healing them take longer, but also you get to see them with a Nurse's Calling longer. And you've got the Ruin Undying combo, still a powerful combo to keep your generator progress slowed down just a little bit through the game. So overall, this is a pretty strong build. It does have some strengths, it does have some weaknesses. We'll get into a game and we'll see exactly how those operate. Without any further ado, let's get into the game. Okay, let's start looking for these survivors. We've got my lunar envelope over there, which I'm not going to go after right now. No one else brought a lunar envelope, so I think we can just kind of get to that at the end game if necessary. Hello, Claudette. Let's see if we can beat her. No. She didn't drop it, though, so we can definitely get the hit here. I am doing this during the Lunar New Year event, which I'm always kind of on the fence about, because when I do these, like, the goal is explicitly to kill as many people as possible and have as few generators done as possible. So it's kind of like, you know, when you introduce new side objectives and stuff like that, it's like, okay, or, you know, is this now like the same kind of game that, you know, we're setting out for the other perk builds? And this guy's gonna fall. Yep. Oh god, I got stuck. Why was there a thing there for me to get stuck on? What the? Okay, this loop is actually just insane. Yeah, oh, okay, you know what, I'm gonna go after this person, who's who's just gonna stand right here and let me chase them. Anyways, normally I'm really hesitant to do these kinds of videos during events, but because I've already actually gotten all the statistical stuff out of the way, all those other matches, I'm actually not worried about it, because I'm just kind of showing you how the build plays. And I see that you kept running. You're fine if you have a dead hard, but if you don't... Yeah, that's so unlucky. The hit validation change was supposed to make sure that stuff like that, where you drop the pallet and get hit, don't happen. But this girl just kind of got in a really unfortunate situation. Unfortunately, because I don't really have anyone on my radar right now, it's not a terrific idea for me to go try to slug her and just go somewhere else. The hook was right there too, so we'll just go ahead and try to patrol these generators. And now I've got that Claudette going over to the shack. Ready to be a Heidi Carol. Yeah. You know I can just go like right like this and just follow you, right? Yeah. Nice little spinaroo. Now let's go ahead and chase you. If she's got the same... Is she gonna go for the window? Wow, she didn't vault it. That takes a bit of nerves. We're gonna break chase with her, and we're just gonna go back to where the unhook happened, because... Well, now we're distracted, yeah. Hello, you. Alright, they're taking a hit for each other. Not sure exactly how I want to deal with this. Let's try to go for her. Because we've got Deerstalker, slugging her is actually going to be really good for us. There's no pallet here. Extremely sad. We heard someone working on this gen here, though. Unfortunately, where the stairs are, I have no idea. They're over here. Yeah, okay, he vaulted. Well, he didn't. He definitely didn't have to. We're gonna... Okay. Go ahead and take that. This Elden Onion Ring girl seems to have a pretty strong medkit, so hopefully it's out, but if it's not, then, you know, whatever. I should be able to hit you, right? No, she just straight up, pros don't fake is the thing, or they do fake. I guess in this case they do fake. Oh, hello you. You have another pallet here. You already used Dead Hard, so if... Oh! There we go! Did just kind of have to grab that, because if I didn't, then she was definitely going to drop that. You... Where should I hook you? Against my better judgment, I'm going to hook you right here. Oh no, they finished that one. We still have Ruin well, we still have Ruin up. Not have Undying up, actually. Let's see. Oh, he's right above me, which is gross and dumb. But at the very least, they're doing generators at a... Oh, hi. I was going to say they're doing them at a very specific part of the map, but they're really not. And he's going to bring us back to the shack here, which is so unfortunate for us. Oh, we've got to stop this, don't we? We failed to do that. But we can definitely... Yeah, you're healing, my guy. And there we go. Anyways, what I was going to say is, I'm going to hook him just because we can. I can't guarantee that they won't be able to finish a heal, but in the case that they don't, we'll be in a pretty good position. Oh, okay. Wait, that girl got up. Unbreakable? It would have had to have been an unbreakable. And they got a heal up, which is really, really unfortunate. Yeah, she's going this way. Back to where her teammates are. I'm pretty sure? Yeah, okay. She's definitely... Ah, here we go. Okay. They did get the heal off, but we've got a little bit of pressure now. Let's go ahead and follow up with this chase here. God, I've just got to hope that I'm not going to get destroyed with a horrible building RNG. And... This might actually make it so that they can heal, which would be really, really unfortunate. But... Yeah, oh god, they're all three of them are over there. Alright, we're just going to slug her and just go for these people. They're probably going to get the heal off, but we're going to get the health state back. Yeah, we're going to get the health state back as long as two of them are running this area. And then they're going to go back for the for this heal. Yes, they are. Yeah, because they go for this heal. Ooh, really? Very surprised you couldn't get that. I think I'm going to get this girl no matter what. Yeah. Just put her right back on the ground. And see if we can't take a look at where this other girl went, which is right here. This Claudette is really, really confident about where she's chasing, or about where I'm chasing her, so... Yeah, she did go ahead and do a good job of that. However, that Claudette can't exactly save here. And I didn't see anyone with a flashlight, so let's try to put her up here. And see what kind of pressure we can get. We do only have 4 hooks. So, we might need to do a better job of holding them off. I don't actually know what generator where they are. They could just have that one ace on a generator over here, and that'd be anathema to me. But he's not. They don't seem to know a ton about the environment over here. Let's go check on this generator right here. Progressing. Wow, I am actually a little surprised that I got that. Now they're all injured, which is good, because if any of them go to save, I can just kind of proxy camp here. Quite hard, actually. I'm not sure if they're trying to get a generator just done. They... Nice job. Oh, she didn't drop that time. She will drop it this time, though. Yep. Damn. I kind of took a risk there, thinking that maybe she would, Sorry. I took a risk going for this generator, thinking that maybe they were trying to rush it rather than go for the unhook, but they were kind of doing both, which ultimately screwed me a lot. See, now they're all injured, which is why, you know, if you have Deerstalker, you probably should commit to slugging as much as you can. Unfortunately, we can recognize that the Claudette is a really, really good gamer. So she's ruining a lot of our plans here. But, oh, she knows that I'm onto her. That's really sad. So she's got, oh, there goes our ruin. No. She knows that this area is really, really strong. I mean, she has that loop into this LT wall, or TL wall, I guess. She's also not injured, which means I have to absolutely go off of her and get this girl. Who is going to 1-for-1, which is a really, really nice thing for me. And what it's going to do is, the fact that I have Deerstalker is going to allow me to do that. Oh, she still had BT. That's such a sad times. This girl got up, perhaps with an Unbreakable. Unfortunately for her, unless she has Soul Guard, which even if she did, it wouldn't matter. Oh. They were very, very far this way. Now, if they're communicating, they know that I don't have... One? If they're communicating, they know that I don't have no-ed. Or at least they should. I guess Deerstalker isn't something that they know you can have. And I guess same with Nurse's Calling, so... Now they know that I don't have no-ed, though, which kind of sucks. Let's go ahead and pretend to go for this guy. Go ahead and slug her. And then maybe we can go ahead and get some slugging going on this guy. But we'll have to be careful, see if anyone else is coming from the sides. Nope, they're going to open that gate right there. Fuck. But I can go after this Claudette, because even though they're all injured, actually, I probably had a decent opportunity to go after the ace. But if I let this Claudette go, this girl would undoubtedly get picked up. Oof. And this Claudette has kind of really, really outplayed me. Very nice. Let's see if we can still get her. And their healing capabilities are just so good. They're playing like a team really, really, really well. Which, let's see. She's still got this loop. So this Claudette is absolutely carrying these guys. And they're going to be able to take they're going to be able to take 2 or 3 hits for her. I was going to say 3 or 4, but there aren't that many people in here. Okay. Our X-ray vision add-on was the only thing that got us that down, but it's not going to get us much more unless they get really greedy, which they might. What? Okay. I swung onto her head. Feels bad. And they're going to finish that up. They're probably going to get this pickup. Okay. Thing is, if I hook her, I lose a really big opportunity to actually keep her in a place where, like, right, if I hook her, they can try to trade for the unhook, and if they've got 2 or 3 people, that won't be actually that hard. So putting her in the basement is the only way I can actually sort of grasp an advantage from this, but not a huge one, and it's kind of going to guarantee me a 1k if I play it super scummy. And if I don't, then I wonder what happens. There are too many survivors for me to, like, guarantee what happens to them individually. Yeah. He didn't go for that, which is very disciplined of him. This girl is gonna try to race me to the exit, which is an interesting play. I forgot that she doesn't have Dead Hard for whatever reason. We do have a bunch of them injured, so if they go for the rescue, it actually will work against them. And that means if they're doing anything, it's going to be... Yeah, they're going to be getting together and healing. Ooh, this is interesting. What are they trying to do here? Okay, that's 3. They may have played this a little too altruistically. Now, if I had barbecue, it would make a really... Wait a minute. This girl had... She had Unbreakable? I thought she already used it. So I guess she was waiting for the perfect opportunity. And this ace is going to get out. And that's going to be a 3k, which we really, really had to work for. I mean, assuming this girl doesn't have DS, which she shouldn't, because if I hooked her, it was 4 minutes ago. Or boil over anything like that. Alrighty, so at the end of the day, how did this build compare to all of the rest? Well, the hit and run build actually came in 8th out of our 11 builds that we've done so far, with a 3.91 out of 5 rating. In the 5 matches that we did, we got 17 kills, 1 hatch escape, and then we had a median... I think it's a median of 1 generator left, where we had 2 matches in which that was the case. Most of them trended towards 1 generator left. We had 1 with 4, 1 with 2, 2 with 1, and 1 with 0 generators left, which was the one where some of them escaped. So when we're going to talk about the strengths and weaknesses of this build, Deerstalker is really the one that comes to mind, because that's the perk that sort of defines how this whole thing is played. Because in order to get the most value out of it, you want to have a situation in which you are constantly slugging survivors and forcing them to go for pickups and controlling the map, controlling when survivors are injured, where they can actually be going, and to be safe, and slowing down generators outside of just the Ruin Undying. The Ruin Undying should be there to help you have control of the game, but Deerstalker comes into play most when you already have control of the game, and it kind of solidifies your grip of it in a skill-based sort of way. So it's a good perk in that sense, which is to say in a balancing sense, but you could see in that game that Deerstalker didn't help until the survivors had already effectively won the match. They had gotten the objectives that they had wanted to do, and then they opted in to try to fight me on my terms by making sure that all of them got out. And that was where Deerstalker really came into play, because once I was able to get one of them down, and once I was able to get them into a position where, wait a minute, all of a sudden it's not so easy to just go in and pick up, then I was able to get more and more Deerstalker value. Then I was able to sort of dictate how the survivors moved. And once I got the Claudette into the basement, and then once the other girl made the mistake of allowing me to get in front of her before she could get to the exit gate, and the other two were injured, then at that point it was like, okay, hold on, now we as survivors are in a bad position. But until then, you could see the Claudette was running me really, really well, and props to her. She was a fantastic player, definitely the best of that group. And she made it so that if I wanted to go and get value, I would have either had to break away and chase her and go on a protracted chase, at which point Deerstalker wouldn't have really gotten a ton of value. They would have been able to pick up and go somewhere else. They were also healing really, really well, so even though Nurse's Calling was theoretically able to provide me with a little bit of value there, they were playing in a way that minimized its impact. You know, the All-Seeing Blood is a very, very good add-on that got me a lot of value, but it didn't synergize necessarily with the other perks to allow me to make them more powerful. Same with Blind Warrior. Blind Warrior did help, and in fact, you can argue this way and that about whether it meant that the healing that they did was slowed up just a little bit and actually did provide value, or you can say, they would have been healing fast anyways and it wouldn't have provided value. But I think the main takeaway is that your chases aren't going to be significantly shorter than with other perks or other add-ons that are geared towards cutting down those times. And because of that, the survivors could outplay the perks that I had with not fairly... you can't say fairly easily, but they were able to do it. And if they had made a few different decisions, they would have been able to put themselves in a much better, much more winning situation. They went for the altruistic play. You have to respect that. But because of that, I was able to start using these. And again, it kind of feeds into this idea that Deerstalker, Nurse's Calling, this whole build works for you when you have what I would like to call a positive game script. When you have the survivors on the back foot, and when their choices are dictated by the pressure that you're putting on, not the way that this match was for the most part going, which was my choices were dictated by how they were acting. I would get someone injured, and then they would throw another injured survivor at me and say, here, chase me instead. I'm theoretically a better option, and I knew that if I did that, it wouldn't be a good idea. None of the chases that I could take were very good, so it kind of made it so that my choices weren't very impactful. With Deerstalker, Nurse's Calling, and also All-Seeing Blood, the choices that you can make can be kind of limited if you're not really, really good at using that power to get those easy hits, to get those easy downs. So, buyer beware. If you're using this build, it's definitely not an easy win. It is a more challenging build to use, and some people may find it a lot more fun. Some people may find it a bit frustrating if they're struggling with using it. At the end of the day, it's all up to you how much you are trying to get out of it. And so I wish you luck if you do try to run this build. And if you are someone that kind of runs this or a similar build, let me know. What are your thoughts with it? What are your experiences? Do you find that you like it because it's powerful? Do you find that you like it because it's more challenging? Do you think that Rune Undying is still OP and I'm a jerk, idiot, dumb, horrible person for still running it? Let me know what you think in the comments below. But that's going to be it for me today. As always, hope you guys have a fantastic night or day wherever you may be. Appreciate all of you. Check me out on Twitch if you haven't already. But like I said, that's going to be it for me today. So thank you very much so much for watching. I appreciate you. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.